All right, everyone, welcome back into another props video. Going to be touching on the top prop bets for Taco Tuesday on PrizePicks. That's right, it's profit day. Let's go and get into it. First, though, just a quick recap from yesterday. So yesterday, another good day, 3 for 4 on the day. We'll see if this ends up cashing. Continuing a nice 2-week stretch where the bet of the day has been over 50% collectively on the day. But that's not why I'm calling out. You guys know by now I don't always love to just share the results. I don't want people to see someone doing really well and just place bets solely based off of that. That's not how you should be betting. It's all about making the correct decisions each and every day to have long-term success. I don't like to promote the FOMO of betting, just showing green screens and whatnot. But I do think this is noteworthy, guys. The DNP here, just that point in the season, NBA DFS, where there are going to be random DNPs that either hurt or help you. That's kind of the risky part of NBA right now, okay? It just is. Now, I wouldn't say that helped or hurt Dennis Schroeder. On paper, it definitely did. But in the application of it, this is what he was basically projected to do, and he ended up doing it. But on paper, that should have really massively helped Dennis Schroeder. And it also really should have helped Mikal Bridges, who just had a terrible game. But I did think that was very noteworthy to the point where that can really make or break your day. And it's really, there's nothing you can do about it because Cam Thomas being a DNP yesterday was extremely random. So I did want to start out with calling that. We saw that a lot yesterday. And so jumping into the slate that we have today, one of my favorite prop bets on the board is going to be Zion for over 6 assists. Now, this is kind of being favored as a push at 6, but we can see the average sportsbook line would be still favoring the over at about 5.9 on average is the line. But still about a 56.8% chance for that over to hit. And if we go ahead and take a peek at it, guys, Brandon Ingram is going to be out tonight. And so we look at the per 36 for production for Zion Williams with Brandon Ingram off the court. He averages 7.2 assists per 36. So that's one of the bets that not only is a good EV bet, but the per 36 production matches that as well. Now, if that line ends up getting bumped, you could run out the points and assist prop as well. He averages about 5 more points per 36 with Brandon Ingram off the court. So the lines really aren't adjusting for Zion today. And the assist prop, albeit could be a push, but he should be able to at least get to 6 tonight. That feels like a very strong prop bet. Now, if he doesn't, it's going to be because CJ McCollum, who has been playing well recently, has a good game. Now, we're not really getting any great EV bets for him. Obviously, on Taco Tuesday, we want to pair those tacos up with the best prop bets we can possible, with the best percent likelihood to hit, with the best edge to hit. We're not exactly getting that with CJ McCollum because my favorite prop bet for him is going to be for him to get over 19.5 points. You get his per 36 production with Brandon Ingram off the court. He averages 25 points per 36. Actually averages a few more assists per 36 as well at 6 assists per 36. So that is seemingly a decent edge that we are getting. And then his rebounds per 36 is at 5.4. So really across the board, we are getting some decent prop bets. Now I know it's not the best matchup going against OKC, but to me, the points, rebounds, and assists is over on DraftKings, FanDuel, BetMGM, PointsBet, that to me would be a good spot that we could roll with. Another spot that I want to touch on injury-wise is going to be with the Lakers because Austin Reeves or D'Angelo Russell, I would say, are kind of being a little bit undervalued or overvalued in some regards. We'll start with just both of them. So for D'Angelo Russell, we're going to see that the over turnovers is his best one, and I would say I don't mind that one. You look at his per 36 production with LeBron off the court, he has a little bit more usage, thus that leads to a little bit more turnovers. He averages 3 turnovers per 36, so not a terrible one there. I don't mind his assists and points prop. This is going to be more of an underdog bet. His per 36 production with LeBron off the court is about 31 points and assists, so a decent edge there. But to me, the best bet that we are getting would be his points at 17.5, but the day is fair in the under there. So again, not the best Taco Tuesday bet to use because again, we're just trying to chase the best percent likelihood to have those bets cash as always, but more of an emphasis on Taco Tuesday. So again, this is going to be much more of a better bet on one of the sports books. I don't mind it. He averages about 21.6 points per 36 with LeBron off the court. We just go ahead then and jump into all the best prop bets that we are currently getting today. We are going to see Patty Mills for under 9.5 rebounds and assists. And this one is definitely an interesting prop bet that we are getting. And this kind of goes back into the point that I was making earlier on in this video. It's it is late season NBA DFS or whatever, daily fantasy sports. It's late season NBA time decision. He could sit, he could play. I believe because we are getting a Patty Mills line that they're expecting Jaquez to sit. But if Jaquez plays, that drastically changes the likelihood of Patty Mills even getting run because we have seen situations where Jaquez is operating more as the point. And so this one is just so weird that we are getting it. Honestly, it's just a strange one. Now, he has been productive in the minutes that he's been getting, don't get me wrong, but this is really just PrizePicks way of saying they don't think Jaquez is going to play. They don't think Caleb Martin's going to play, and they don't think Kevin Love's going to play. You know, if all three of those play, my goodness, this should be a free square. So that's a weird one that we are getting. It's just the fact that it's available. And then from there, the prop bets that we are getting are okay. They're not great. Now, I will say when I started this video, we were getting two pretty good prop bets that I liked. Jonathan Kuminga was actually one of the better prop bets for under 34 fantasy score. That has since been adjusted correctly to 29. Still probably one you could chase. And that actually correlated with another really good prop bet that we were getting. It was Bam for over 40 fantasy points. That has since been adjusted. It's kind of the unfortunate side of doing props content. But the tacos aren't out anyway, so it wouldn't have been a big difference. And it does seem like Bam, his over rebounds, is going to be the taco as well. And so kind of a moot point there. And so I did just give a data refresh. Okay. And it's actually not liking the Zion assist prop as much. I'm still probably going to run that out. Might just do the points and assists instead, though. We'll see. I'm probably going to run with that, just as an FYI. But Jonathan Kuminga for under fantasy score is still popping up as a decent one. We are getting D'Angelo Russell for over points and assists now as a more likely prop bet. So, again, I agree with that. That's a good edge that we are getting. But that's going to be a much better bet on something like Underdog at 28. We can see the average sportsbook line has it set at 27.5, but heavily favoring the over there. So it makes sense why these are both bumped a little bit higher. Again, this is a better bet on the sportsbook. And what I find interesting is one of the best bets that we are getting on the board right now is actually Jovic for under his 7.5 points. And I'm actually curious as to if the popular tab here, if that's the case for the under, because they don't tell you which bet is popular, if it's the under or the over. I would assume it's the under, but at the same time, I see the recent game log and maybe people are betting on Jaquez, Kevin Love, and Caleb Martin to all be out again, where they're favoring the over. I don't know. That's just I just hate the popular tab like with a passion because it doesn't tell us anything. It's super annoying. And most of the time, I'm sure if we scroll here, we're just going to see this where it's just green the last 5 games and people are just chasing that. It's just so frustrating that people do that. But with that, guys, let's go ahead and get into some of the college basketball props that we're getting for Thursday, because again, we compare those with the taco. Now it's not going to be instant rewards there, but we'll see. So looking at the college basketball slate, one that I'm surprised we are still getting, this one's been there for quite some time, Zach Edey for over 14.5 rebounds and assists. That has already been bumped up on Underdog because it has almost a 55% likelihood if you round up, so that's a very good prop bet, a 54.6% chance to hit. We have Stephen Ashworth for over his rebounds at 3.5, 54% chance for that one to hit. And then Ryan Nembhard as well, not as good, but still pretty good over his rebounds at about 54% likelihood for that one to hit. So we are seemingly getting some decent college basketball prop bets as well. Let's go and jump into the discrepancies tab, seeing if we're getting any good bets there. And no, not really, I would say. Not anything significant enough to really mention as normal. I mean, occasionally we will. It's always worth looking at, but for the most part, nothing too crazy today. Hockey, let's go ahead and sort the prop line difference to 0, seeing if we're getting any edges there today. Potentially, Nathan McKinnon for over his shots on goal. We can see the projection data really likes the over at 5.5. Typically when I chase bets like this that are under 54% likelihood, I want the edge to at least be at 53%. You could use that. I mean, we still aren't getting that many great prop bets, so you could use that one. I'd be fine with it. So going ahead and get into the bet of the day for today. These are the 5 best prop bets that I think that we have. Now, just a reminder, guys, the boards are going to be updating throughout the day. We're going to get some more fantasy score prop bets ready to get out to you guys tonight as well. We'll see. Maybe we can use that for the evening taco. I'll see. But these are the 5 best prop bets that we are currently getting. 3 good EV bets right here. Zach Edey for overs, rebounds, and assists feels like a very good one, especially with Underdog bumping that up to 15. Stephen Ashworth for over 3.5 rebounds. He's gotten that over 3 out of the past 4 games. Good EV bet that we have. Patty Mills is just an extremely interesting one. Just given the fact that, again, if Kevin Love plays, if Jaquez plays, Caleb Martin plays, if one of those play, I think that drastically would help this under hit. Just a weird line that we are getting, honestly. Now, I know he's been able to hit this 2 out of the last 3 games, but if one of those guys plays, his usage and his minutes will go down. So it's a weird one. I do like Zion Williamson for over his 3.5 or 31.5 points and assists. Again, his per 36 production with Brandon Ingram off the court would suggest that this one should be at least at 35. So weird line there. I know it's not the best matchup against OKC. And then this is still one of the better bets that we are getting for Jonathan Kuminga for under 29 for a fantasy score. Unfortunate that they bumped it down from 30. That was already a very good bet. But again, guys, the board's going to be updating throughout the day. If you guys want access to that board, head on over to 905sports.com. Available for $10 a month. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. That's going to be all for today's video. You guys know the ending. Thanks for watching. And as always, let's keep cashing.